Jesmyn Ward is a 46-year-old award-winning author. Born and raised in DeLisle, Mississippi, Jesmyn grew up experiencing the hardships of poverty and racism in her rural town. Her mother worked as a house cleaner in large estates. One of the people she worked for was a wealthy lawyer who offered to pay for Jesmyn's education at a small private Episcopal school. Jesmyn was the only black student to attend the school. She completed her secondary education there and went on to Stanford as a first-generation college student. In 1999, Jesmyn graduated from Stanford with a BA in English, but continued her education there for another year, receiving an MA in Media Studies and Communication the following year. Jesmyn moved back to Mississippi only for tragedy and injustice to strike. In 2000, Jesmyn's 19-year-old brother was killed by a drunk driver. The white man driving the vehicle was charged only with fleeing the scene and not manslaughter. He served only 3 years of a 5-year sentence. After being with her family and grieving the loss of her brother, Jesmyn worked in New York for some time before going back to school. In 2005, she completed her MFA at University of Michigan and came home to DeLisle, Mississippi. Soon after returning home, Hurricane Katrina hit. In 2008, Jesmyn released her first novel, Where the Line Bleeds, known as the first book in the Bois Sauvage series. The book is set in Bois Sauvage, a fictional town based off of DeLisle, Mississippi. Her second published novel, Salvage the Bones, which won the National Book Award for Fiction in 2011, is a story of a family centered on a pregnant teenage girl during the 11 days of Hurricane Katrina and the day after. Jesmyn's own sister was 8 months pregnant when her family faced Katrina. Jesmyn again drew from her personal experience when writing her next book, Men We Reaped. The memoir tells the story of 5 young black men who all died in her community, one of which being her own brother. With the Bois Sauvage series, Jesmyn brings light to the poverty and racism, but also community and family bonds that dwell in her hometown, DeLisle, Mississippi, where she lives currently. In 2017, Jesmyn won the National Book Award for Fiction for the final novel in the Bois Sauvage series, Sing Unburied Sing, making her the only woman and African American to win the award twice. During the COVID pandemic, her husband fell ill, tragically dying at age 33 in 2020, leaving Jesmyn to grieve the loss of another person she loves with her 2 young children. Following her husband's death, Jesmyn continued to write, completing her most recent novel, Let Us Descend, in 2023. Her first historical fiction novel, Let Us Descend, tells the story of a young enslaved girl in the 1800s. Jesmyn was inspired to write the story after learning about slave pens in New Orleans from an NPR podcast, and the fact that only one location is correctly marked as historically having a slave pen. Jesmyn was shocked and devastated to learn this piece of enslaved people's lost history. Throughout her literature, Jesmyn Ward has been able to educate people about a diverse range of experiences of African Americans both in the past decade and centuries ago by using her own experiences as a guide.